Good evening, all. Tommy and Man City Fan TV, and welcome to the TNT Live, the Tuesday night, Tom, this week. We have changed up a little bit this week because on Thursday, I am getting older. I am now going to be 18 on Thursday. So, for obvious reasons, with it being my birthday, I couldn't do a show on, just getting that light and sorted there, on Thursday. So, I thought what I'd do, like I said to you last week, or the week before, shall I say, I was going to bring you a show this week. I promised you that. And Tuesday was the only time I could do it. And it rhymed with a TNT. So what other day better than a Tuesday to do it? I hope you're all well. I hope you've been good. I hope you've had safe weeks and everything like that. A lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about a few things. Obviously, with it being the international break, there's obviously not any sort of predictions we can sort of do in sort of ways. So I thought I'd bring some sort of City thing to you. The season so far, the best player so far, and then a Q&A at the end. But what I'm going to do first, before we get into that, I'll get into the comments and I'll just tell you a little bit. If you don't know anything about, obviously, the England game that's on currently, I'm sure the views might come up a little bit more as we get into it because halftime is slowly approaching. Hudson says hello there. Hope you're having a good evening. Thank you, mate. Hope you are too. And he says he loves the vids. Keep it up. Cheers, mate. It's nice to obviously know that, we're doing a good job. Obviously, videos at the moment aren't the most, but, we're busy people. We are busy. Davidson says, good evening, Blues. Hassan says, evening, David Sutton. Brad saying, evening, Tom. Evening, Brad. Hope you're well, mate. Vidai Shakaya says, who should we play against Burnley, Torres or Foden? Foden, to be honest with you. Hassan says Stones are Scottish, certainly has. Hassan, everybody's saying hello to Hassan there. But yeah. England. An interesting first half, I must say. I'm just going to check because I didn't know if it was fully classed as half time when I did come upstairs. There was a few minutes left. So we are into added time now. 1-1 at the moment after them scoring a penalty. It was a little bit of a dodgy one. And Johnny did equalise, thankfully. Johnny equalised first, so for England, if you're an England fan, obviously. So thankfully, and hopefully we can get the win. It'll be interesting to see. Andy's on. He's saying, hello, everyone. Just finishing off dinner and we'll pop on before the end. There you go. So you'll pop on for a bit, guys. Mark's saying, evening, Tom. Evening, Mark. Hope you're well, mate. Eugene is saying, John Stones scored the goal for England tonight. He certainly did. Lang & Sweet said, man like Stones. Exactly. Brad says, your dinner looks lovely, Andy. Going to look into one of them air fryers. I think he means there. It is half time now. There you go. Aston says, I've been fighting trolls recently on my channel. Good man. Foden to Stones. It certainly was. It certainly was. So let's have a look. Any more in the comments? And if not, I will just get into the season so far. Air fries, I spell it wrong. How come Sterling Torres is good for their national team and not good for us? Couldn't tell you, mate. I couldn't tell you. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so far the season, I think it's gone pretty well. I don't know about you guys. If we look in the grand scheme of things, look more recently in the past week or so before the international break, we went I'm looking at the Premier League to go away to Liverpool and Chelsea and get 4 points out of 6 and not lose was pretty bloody impressive. It really was. It really was impressive. But yeah, I think on the grand scheme of things, we do sit obviously third in the league behind Chelsea and Liverpool. But there's only a point, obviously, behind Liverpool and 2 points behind Chelsea, so there's all to play for in that aspect there. We go into the next game, which is Burnley at home, which hopefully can be one that we can get points with. Liverpool have got Brentford and Chelsea have got Watford. So, if we look at that, Brentford could cause a trouble, but I can't see Watford doing anything. So, it is most likely, if we just keep winning our games, keep those few points behind, and who knows, there could be another slip up anytime soon, and we can bounce off that in sort of thing, But yeah, in total so far this season, I thought the start obviously didn't start off so well. obviously with Spurs and stuff. But we've sort of slowly grown into it. After smashing Arsenal and stuff. I think we've done really good. I think we really have. And he's on about his air fryer. The food is amazing, very low fat. God knows it'll help. He's laughing there. The next match is Burnley at home. We take every match serious, putting our best starting 11 on Gundogan and Stones to start. Who knows? Who knows? Sterling hasn't had a chance so far. No, he hasn't. FAR, how much subs do you have? 41. Hassan has 72. Okay, so we're all competing there. It's good. It's good in the YouTube world. But yeah, a few stats so far. I'll just get them up. So far this season. Oh, and before I do, John Grogan's just come on. Hello, Tom. Hello, mate. Hope you are doing well, my friend. But yeah, I'll just get the stats up. So for us at the moment, so we've got 4 wins, 2 draws, a loss, and the goal difference of 11. You know what I mean? I personally think, that is good. That is pretty good so far. We've had not the easiest starts. KDB's only just come back. That's the other thing. But yeah, I'd like to see us obviously stick with it. There has been a few games where have been slightly poor, but I think we can counteract that and obviously still thrive forward this season and possibly get stuff. The Carabao Cup successful victory earlier on, but yeah, who knows what's going to happen? And we have got the most passes, according to the Premier League app, and we have got the 3rd most goals. So that is all good. Your dad, well, Tom, where you at, City Chippy? Here we go. He's here. He said hello to Brad. My dad's in the building. My dad's not my dad. Andy is saying, right, what questions do you want to ask me and Tom? Get them in the comments. I'll be joining shortly. Yeah, get them in the comments, and we will answer them. Me and Andy will sort of, make that the main topic of the night. We will answer any questions you want, as many as you want. We will do. Can be anything, and we will answer the questions. We will answer anything. But yeah, as Andy's obviously, Andy will be obviously coming on soon. But before then, you guys get who you think your best City player is so far this season. I'll say who I think, as you're obviously typing out who you think the best player so far this season is, and then we can sort of discuss. Obviously, I'm going to go for one slightly different. I'm going to do some considerable mentions. I think KDB, Foden, Diaz, Laporte, Walker, they've all been really good. But for me, Bernardo Silva gets the nod for me so far. I think how he has turned himself around into he was struggling at one point. He really was struggling, and it looked like he was going out the door. And he's coming to this sort of season, and he's been absolutely incredible. You just have to see, how good he did in that Liverpool game. And also, yeah, fair enough, Hassan Rodri also, he has been really good so far this season, I must say. And that block against Liverpool, wow, I thought we were 3-2 down. I really did. I was like, oh no, what we done here? And then Rodri comes and saves it out of nowhere, really. But yeah, Bernardo for me is the man of the moment so far. I think how he's sort of, got us the win down at Leicester. I think he's done a lot this season so far, to strengthen it up, and he's been a valuable asset. And that Liverpool game, that run that he did, and how he took them all on was near enough. It was absolutely impeccable. It's just a shame nobody could, unfortunately, finish it off. But it would have been one of the best goals I've seen watching City, especially for the solo goal with Bernardo. It was absolutely unreal. What is going on with Brazil? We shouldn't lose 2 important players for club fixtures. Zach Steffen isn't. No, I don't know what's happening. Apparently, they kick off at 1:30 Saturday morning, and we obviously kick off at 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. I don't know what's happening with that. I think they have gone, haven't they? So I don't know if they will be available. If not, Zach Steffen will obviously be playing on Saturday. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I couldn't tell you. I'm presuming they have gone out. It's so good quiet, really. It has gone quiet on that front. But yeah, I couldn't tell you. But we'll see what happens with that. But Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? Um, it's wrong. It's wrong, I must say, because if we look on the grand scheme of things, club football is, the biggest time of the, it's the biggest time of the months. You've had your international break, so why do you have to have one at 24? Not even 24 hours, 12 hours, just over 12 hours before we kick off. You've had all the time. Why can't you do it then? But who are we? Who are we? Man City till I die saying his favourites so far have been Rodri and Bernardo's. Thoughts on the season so far? I think it's been all right so far. I wouldn't necessarily say it's been outstanding because there's been some obviously poor performances, but we haven't had everybody fit. We struggle with injuries, so I'm not putting too much on, and I really think that we've got a good season upcoming. So we shall see what happens. Your thoughts on Man City signing Stegen for 60 million? We don't need him, Hassan. To be honest, we will answer all these. Other ones, the thoughts on the season, we'll ask Andy that, and I'll go in a little bit more detail of what I think of Stegen when Andy comes in. But we'll still get the questions in. Still keep them going, guys. Guys, if you've got more than one question, just wheel them in. But yeah, what I'd like to see, Christmas is not far away now at all. I'm hoping we can have a good Christmas. I hoping, in the football sense, obviously the December fixtures are always absolutely jam packed. But I think we can do a decent job, and we've got some tough fixtures coming up in the next few weeks. We've obviously United coming up soon. We've obviously got a few more Champions League ties. That obviously after that defeat against PSG, we do need to sort of turn it around in some sort of way. It will be important to do that. But yeah, it's one of them things, really. As we need to keep everybody fit. We need to sort of look at maybe, there's a striker time in January. We'll have to see what happens in that aspect too. But yeah, we will see. We will see. David's saying Bernardo best player, but Foden catching up. But where do we play him? We'll answer that question. Sean is saying good evening, Tom. Good evening, Sean. Hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you on. Hope you're keeping well, mate. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I could speak to you about before Andy comes. Let's have a look. A few more comments coming in. Buzzing for Stones getting the goal, exactly. It was really good news for Stonesy there. I'm just going to see if we've got... what I'll do is... Let's have a look. No, it's not there. I was going to get up something else. The channel hasn't got over 1,000 views for a while. No, it hasn't. We don't ask for mega views. We're part of the content. If we get great views, it'd be absolutely brilliant. But there you go. To celebrate Tom's 18th birthday, what is your best all time? There you go. That's the one for me and Andy. There you go. All time 18, 11 on the field, and 7 subs. Yeah, I am turning old soon. Sorry, I was just seeing that. Just seeing if any other scores are coming through that I can let's have a look. I'll have a look at that a bit later. But yeah, I was just seeing if there's any scores, but the Sky Sports app isn't working. I was going to give you the halftime scores. But yeah, yes, it is my 18th on Thursday. I am getting older and older as the days go on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Got some nice gifts from work today because it's the last time I'm in there before my birthday because college is back and everything like that. So yeah, I have to go to there and stuff. So it's all busy times at the moment. But yeah, it's sort of talk about a few more players whilst Andy's just getting himself ready. I must say, a few that I expect a bit more from. I'd probably say like to see a bit more of Stones. He obviously hasn't played any minutes so far this season. I feel bad for the guy, to be honest with you, because although he's had injuries, he hasn't even had any minutes. So whether that has all been due to injury or it's just been because Laporte's been so good, we will obviously get to find that out at some point. But yeah, I thought if he comes back in, Zinchenko struggled obviously with injuries and stuff like that. which has obviously been disappointing because he has been not too bad. Trying to think who else has been. Dino's obviously, you can tell he's getting a little bit older now, bless him. Let's have a look. Trying to think. Gundogan, there you go, that's another one. Gundogan's been obviously struggling quite a lot, to be fair, I must say. He has struggled quite a lot, obviously, to get into the side, but that is obviously mainly due to the injuries, to be fair. Which I do feel sorry for the guy a little bit, not going to lie. But yeah. Let's have a look. So the halftime score, obviously, for England is obviously, let's have a look. Finished 1-1 at halftime. And all the tables and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see what happens with England in the second half. I don't know. It might have started again now. So what I'm going to do until Andy comes back, we're going to do a little bit of a watch along. I will get the England game up, and I will give you a little bit of information, and we can do a little watch along for the England game until Andy turns up. When it comes back on, they are live on TikTok. They're back shortly, they say. But yeah, they will be back shortly, guys. And when they are, there we go. That's what we're going to be doing when Andy comes in. But yeah, we'll do a little bit of a watch along for the England game once the second half starts again. I can imagine it will be in about 3 or 4 minutes, hopefully. But yeah, it just passes the time a little bit more until Andy comes, and then we can sort of get through a few of those questions, and that should tie us over for the rest of the show, which is obviously what we want. Obviously what we want. David said, I've been asking for Pep and Sterling to talk their problems out. Apparently, they will be getting improvement. Bernardo wants out, but has been impeccable. Yeah, he has been impeccable, but unfortunately, he hasn't. But we won't need to do any sort of watch along because Andy is here. He's in the building. I've heard the little beep in my earphones. It did shock me at first because I thought I'd lost the stream, but he is here.
Hey, mate.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah. Sorry, my phone's going.
No problem.
Mental. But anyway, how are you?
I'm not too bad, Andy. I'm not too bad. Yeah, busy with work and everything so far. At the moment, I'm sure you're the same. And with college and everything for me as well. And obviously, with it being my 18th on Thursday, that's obviously coming up now. So, looking forward to that too. So everything's a bit busy at the moment.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what have you been talking about tonight?
So we've just been sort of speaking about obviously a little bit of England game. We've been talking a little bit about how the season's gone so far, what to expect over Christmas and stuff like that. And then we sort of just said who we thought was the best sort of players so far this season. And I was saying obviously the usual suspects of KDB, Ford, and Diaz, but I sort of said the best player for me personally has been Bernardo so far. I think he's been impeccable.
He has been brilliant. I mean, he's been back to what he was 2 years ago. He's tracking back, he's tackling, his energy. I think he's been absolutely superb. So, for me, Bernardo has been our best player by a million miles, in my opinion. I think he's been absolutely phenomenal. But there's been some of the standout performers, I think. Yeah. Also, Grealish looks like he's settling in, which is good. Not been brilliant, but, sort of like, you can see his contribution. Be interesting today, the news of Sterling wants guarantees from Pep Guardiola that he is part of his plans. If not, he won't sign an extended contract. If he does and gets the nod from Pep, which I'm sure Pep wants him in the team.
Yeah, so definitely.
I can only see an extended contract for Sterling.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen with that, to be honest with you. I hope he does. But Barcelona are sniffing. But I can't see him going to Barcelona, to be honest with you, especially with their troubles. I don't see why he'd want to go there, to be honest with you.
No, me neither. Me neither. Good assist. I saw the goal while I was cooking dinner. Foden to Stones.
I know, brilliant, wasn't it? It was a good goal. Stonesy at the back post, ready there, pounced on it. It was good to see, and I hopefully that can replicate back in a City shirt when he gets back. But like we were saying earlier, Laporte and Diaz have been absolutely solid. There's obviously been a little bit of shaky times, but most of the time it's been really, really good from them too.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. I mean it's going to be really hard for Stones, unfortunately, to get back in.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just replying then to an email. But it's going to be really difficult for Stones to get back in the team. I mean, Laporte's done pretty well. He's done well since he come in. But I mean, this is the thing with our squad at the moment is the fact that you want 2 players in every position. That means 4 centre backs. So you've got Laporte, Stones, Diaz, Ake. We've got rid of Garcia, thank God. Eventually,
Mr. Red Cards.
Mr. Red Cards, yeah, Mr. Play Mbappe on side. I mean, what's that all about? I mean, I saw the replay of that. I mean, it was horrendous. But so he's just going to have to bide his time. He is, and there's plenty of games coming up.
Oh, 100%.
So, but 100%. Good to see him get some minutes tonight. I'm assuming he's currently. I'm not watching it, but I'm assuming he's currently still playing for England.
I think so.
So it's good minutes in his legs, and we'll need him. We'll need him. The season is still young.
Very young. Very, very young. It certainly is. And obviously, we've got a few people putting some stuff in. Not much, because obviously with the England game on, I don't think obviously there's many, but obviously people will watch it back. But my dad, City Chippy, has put us a few questions in to celebrate Tom's 18th. What is your best all-time 18? 11 on the field and 7 subs. So there you go. That's one of the questions he wants us to do. And then he's got another one. So that's my dad. He said, to celebrate Tom's 18th birthday, what is your best all-time 18? 11 on the field and 7 subs.
Oh, I mean, that's hard. Sorry, I was reading. Oh no, I was reading this one.
That's another one.
18th. Who was the worst player to ever wear the number 18 shirt? There's only one for me.
And who's that?
Was it Danny Mills had 18?
Yeah.
Danny Mills had 18?
I can have a look.
Did he? I'm sure
I think so.
I'm sure he had 18. But best 18. Best all-time 18. 11
with subs as well.
That is tough. That is really, really, really tough. Okay, I'll do this very quickly then.
He did have 18.
He did?
Yeah, Danny Mills.
Oh, there you go. He definitely will be. I can remember. Sadly, I can remember him. Corrigan, goalkeeper.
Okay.
Zab, right back. Mike Doyle, Vinny. I have to put this one in.
I'll start.
I'm writing mine in now.
I'll start typing mine in as well. I won't say it, but yeah. This is obviously my personal opinion. Obviously, Andy will obviously watch City for much longer than I have, so I'm sure there'll be slightly different teams.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a player in I didn't see enough of, but I'm gonna put him in there only because of what my dad told me about him. But I am gonna put him in there, even though I only saw him. I think I saw him about 4 or 5 times. But I'm gonna put him in there purely because of that. Which leaves me with my forward 3. Oh, this is hard. This is really, really, really hard. Oh man, that is a tough
It
one.
is, isn't it? It is.
It is. I'm gonna play with a 4-4-2 to fit my all-time favorite player in, and I'm gonna go. And the last one is hard. Do a pick from players that I didn't really see a great deal of, or do I pick players that I saw a lot of? I've got to go. No, I've had to change my mind. I've got to go for the players that I saw more of. Yeah. I have added in one there that I only saw live 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times, maybe 7. But it wasn't a lot, but I've had to include him. So I'm going to go for a 4-4-2.
And subs as well.
Shall I press send now? Oh, subs. I can't do the subs. Because there's too many of them. And there are too many players I've missed out here.
I'll just put some subs at it.
Right. There, I'm going to press my 11. I'm not going to do the subs. City Chippy. Right. But I'm gonna pick. There you go. It's done. Posted. There it is. I've brought it up. So mine is Joe Corrigan in net, Pablo Zabaleta at right back, Mike Doyle, Vincent Kompany, Paul Power at left back, Fernandinho holding with KDB, Colin Bell, and David Silva ahead of him, with Aguero and Sean Gota up front. And I won't really want to play that. I'd want to play a 4-3-3, but I needed to fit Colin Bell in there somewhere, and obviously I've got to fit David Silva in. But Fernandinho for me has got to get in this team, and so does Kevin De Bruyne. So I've had to play a 4-4-2. So I've had to go for. Yeah, I mean, I'm missing out some absolute legends there, but I'll go Aguero and Gota up front just because they wouldn't work together. They definitely wouldn't work together. But they're my favourite players, so there you go.
There you go. So that's mine. It's a much more modern team there.
Oh, here we go. What's
so
this?
Joe Hart, Zabaleta, Vinny, Richard Dunn, Gael Clichy, Nigel de Jong, Yaya Toure, KDB, David Silva, and then Aguero and Tevez up front. And then the subs, Eddie, Kolarov, Ferner, Giovanni, Foden, Dzeko, and Balotelli. Pretty average that. All class players.
Good players, very good players. I can't. I just can't put Yaya in my team. I just can't. I have to think about him as people from the channel. I just have this thing about him. He lost that legendary status for me with his agent and everything that he said about the club, and then now he's coming out saying, about this thing about Barcelona. If you need me, I'm there. You're always in my heart, and you're my. Played 72 games for Barcelona.
I know.
72 games. That was it.
I know.
And that just says everything about the man for me. I just think he's a bit of a charlatan.
Yeah, I agree.
Great player. Don't get me wrong.
No.
It was absolutely phenomenal for us, winning us the FA Cup, and was brilliant. But he had like 1 or 2 seasons where he was great, but he had 4 seasons where he was bang average.
Yeah, he was.
So he can't, for me, get legendary status at City.
No,
not for me. I know loads of people will completely disagree, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I just don't like people slagging off the club and calling Pepper racist and all that.
Oh, no, that bit, 100% no.
I don't like that. But anyway,
no,
is what it is.
Yeah. So there's the squads. Obviously, you can tell Andy's watched Man City much longer than me because this is much more varied there. I think there's only Richard Dunn and Giovanni who were before the era of Shapeman saw, but everybody else and Joe Hart, I'll give him his fair due as well.
There's
But yeah,
just there, Glenn Mountain. Evening, fellas. Just come home after 5 weeks in hospital with a terrible COVID. It nearly had me, but wasn't tough enough. Come on, City. Well, listen,
wow.
mate. All the best. So good to hear that you're okay.
100%.
Because it's taken enough people as it is. But well done for getting through it. Stay safe. Look after yourself. And let's hope it doesn't turn into any long COVID stuff. So stay safe and keep yourself well. And that way it won't come back.
No, 100% agree with that, Andy. Hopefully he gets better. I think there was a question further up that we're asking.
Well, there's one here. Somebody, David Sutton, says, a blue one here, I didn't catch his name, suggested we should buy Ter Stegen, but I wouldn't trade Hudson for no one. It's outrageous.
I don't know who said that.
I don't know. Well, would you?
No. Oh, it's I think it was Sean said something about 60 million or something. Or someone said it I can't find it now, but someone said it earlier. Something about 60 million if we get to Stegen. But personally, no, because I think the two keepers we have at the moment are absolutely ace. Especially Edison, but as a backup, for me that's Fabian Delph.
Yeah. I mean, I personally, yeah. There's only one player for me, 18, and that is. I'll put it up for City Chippy. There you go. There's my number 18.
Gazbaz.
I thought Gareth Barry was brilliant for Man City.
Yeah, he was. Gazbaz.
I thought he was really, really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Got some good. Cheers, fellas. Going to be a long recovery, but I'll get there. Says Glenn Mountain. Thank you. No, Neil Young never gets. I know Nicholas Phillips. I know. He's posting here.
Oh yeah,
Neil Young. I know. It's
Neil hard, isn't it?
Neil Young was just before my time. I didn't see virtually anything in Neil Young, I'll be honest with you. And yeah, I'm not old enough. Maybe you're old enough, and Neil Young was where he should be. But I didn't see Neil Young, so I have to go with what I saw, and I can remember. I mean, Malt's put Corrigan, Zabba, Dave Watson. I saw. I mean, brilliant player. Vinny, Willie Donachie. Another superb player. I just love Paul Power, hence why. Kevin De Bruyne, Silva, Asa Hartford. Yeah, Colin Bell's in there, Aguero and Tevez. Interesting. David Sutton says Edison, Tony Buck, Hinchcliffe. Yeah. I won't put Hinchcliffe in my team because of the way he commented on Man City. Now, I mean, he's against Man City. Sorry, just turn that light off there.
Yeah.
I just can't put him in there. I mean, I was there for that header with the 5-1 at Main Road against United, but I can't put him in. Company, Doyle, KDB, Bell, Foden, Lee Stewart. I mean, Dennis Stewart was my idol as a kid when I started going in.
Dennis Stewart.
77. Dennis Stewart was phenomenal. Young,
yeah. Good. All these teams are good, and if we had all these, all these players we could fit in, we would, wouldn't we? You know what I mean? But you just have to narrow it down, don't you?
Your dad's agreeing with me for whatever reason. What correct again?
Yeah, because you're obviously
number 18.
Yeah, so he obviously agrees that Danny Mills was the worst player and Gareth Barry is the best 18 player to wear 18.
Yeah, got to have someone. Somebody says, it's so hard. Yeah, I know. You do it, Glenn. Put your best 18 in.
Yeah.
Put your best starting 11 from the years you've seen them. Because I could have tossed up with somebody, but I put Gota for his impact in the 90s, early 2000s for City. I had to put him in there. Those guys, Somerby, Lee, Bell. My first game was 77, so I just saw the end of that brilliant team. I wasn't fortunate enough to be older and to have been any earlier than 77. That team was, don't get me wrong, I was brought up with my uncles and my dad and everything talking about that team in the 70s and late 60s. But I didn't, I'm only talking about the players I saw. And I put Bell in there only because, maybe I shouldn't have put Bell in there because I didn't see enough of him. I only saw like, half a dozen games. So. But Robbie Powell and Steve McManaman have to be there. Hey, Yusuf, you'll be going training with the kids in a minute if you crack on with Robbie Powell and Steve McManaman.
Bloody hell. Putting them in there like that. Dear me. So if we look sort of into sort of obviously the next game, Andy, Burnley, obviously at the Etihad on Saturday. How do you think that's going to go?
I think it'd be a tough game. It's always generally tough against Burnley. I'm not sure where are they in the league at the moment.
Good question.
Let me just have a look. I think they're about 16th, 17th, are they? Let me have a look. Like I said, I've been busy with work and I've been away on holiday. They are 18th. Okay.
Are they right?
So they played 7. They haven't won a game yet this season. They have drawn 3. They have lost 4. And they have goals for. They've scored 5 goals all season. So they're on a -3. As it stands at the moment, it's basically a loss. It's a draw, a loss, a draw. They're on 3 points. 3 points after 7 games.
Wow.
But
it's bad for them, isn't it? That you wouldn't really expect it from a Burnley side.
No, you wouldn't. And is this going to be the season? Is this going to be the season that Sean Dyche finally leaves Burnley?
Possibly so.
Because the way they're playing at the moment and the results and everything, I can see them fighting that bottom 3 all season. And obviously, with if you look at the bottom of the table at the moment, you've got Norwich bottom. I think they're going to go down. I just think they're awful this season. They've got a -14 goal difference. Newcastle are second bottom. But yeah, I mean, they're -14 goal difference.
I'll get the table up now so I can have a look.
Newcastle are on, they're on 1 point, Norwich. Newcastle are on 3 points, -8. And then you've got 3 points Burnley, 4 points Southampton, 6 points Leeds, 7 points Watford, 7 points Palace, 8 points Leicester. I mean, that's a massive surprise, Leicester being in 13th. But I think Norwich are definitely going down this season. But the problem being for Burnley, if we're talking about Burnley game, is the fact that come January, Newcastle will definitely spend. They might not spend tons of money, but they'll definitely reinforce.
100%.
40, 50 million or something like that. They'll definitely reinforce to push to keep them in the Premier League. And I think that's going to be a big problem for Burnley this season. I really do think if Burnley don't get out that bottom 3 by January, who's to say Sean Dyche might not be offered the job in January at Newcastle?
Imagine. It could be possible, couldn't it?
He's had no money, has he? I mean, let's face it, he's done phenomenally well at Burnley. Really, really well.
Massively well.
He's had no money to spend. None whatsoever.
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It would be interesting to see if that happened. Really would.
Lampard, Glenn Martin thinks
Lampard.
He thinks it's going to be Lampard. It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
Who goes in there? Because, well, all right then. Who would you have, Tom?
Yeah.
At Newcastle, if you were given the choice now, you're Amanda Staveley or you're the Saudis or whatever. the Reuben brothers, and they said we need, because by all accounts, Steve Bruce was going to be sacked, but he hasn't been so far. But let's say by Christmas, somebody's coming in. Who would you have to manage Newcastle that you think would definitely be the person?
There's a lot of rumours about Graham Potter, but I personally don't think that'll be the one. I think Lampard is a good shout, to be fair, because
Yeah, well, that's what they're talking about today.
Yeah, there's another one there, Conte. Someone says, but I don't think Conte would come back to the Premier League. I can't see that happening. But I think Lampard might be the one. I really do. It's a project for him.
Lampard.
I'm trying to think of anybody else, but there's not many managers because none of the big managers are going to go there. I don't think. I really don't think that's there yet. I don't. Like with us, it took us, a bit of time to get, who we wanted. I know Mancini was an absolute legend, but the real desire was to get Pep at some point. So
yeah,
I don't think the first manager that they're going to get is going to be the biggest one. Biggest sort of like shock.
No.
So
and that's what I think. When you think we had Mark Hughes.
Yeah, exactly.
We? Yeah. So I don't know. I think there'll be somebody in between
100%.
coming in. If I mean, this is all speculation. If Steve Bruce was to go, but would you trust? Let's say they had 100 million to spend in January. Would you trust Bruce with that? Maybe not.
Not really.
So let's say January. Well, then you're looking at the summer, and you're looking at January transfer window's always a bit garbage, isn't it? So I don't know. I think there might be whether it be an assistant coach or something. I don't know who is in the inside at Newcastle, and then wait till the January transfer window, or just before in December or the summer even, if they're going to spend big. But you've got to remember, people are going on about, I mean, I've read it all over social media over the last few days and last week and everything. It's like, oh, we've got, £390 billion owner. And it's like, yeah, well, that's fine. But you can only spend so much under FFP. And you've got to, you've got to bear in mind, people go, what do you reckon? Sterling to Newcastle. It's like, why would Sterling drop Champions League football? Because
got a long way to go.
In the top four. Next season, chances are they're not going to be in the top four. And the chances are the season after, they're probably not going to be in the top four because of the spending power of the top four at the moment. United, Liverpool, Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Tottenham, whatever. And nobody is, the big players are not going to go to somewhere like Newcastle. No. They've got no Champions League football. I'm not going to come out of a club that has regular Champions League football to go to Newcastle for an extra 100 grand a week, because they're earning that from their sponsorships with Adidas, Nike. There are the external,
all the Champions League extras they get.
Yeah, the betting companies or whatever it is that they're into. So I think it's great. I think it's great for the Premier League that we've got somebody else in there with money, but I think it's going to be different. Oh, your dad says he's celebrating your 18th birthday on Thursday. Is it tomorrow or Thursday?
Thursday.
Oh, to celebrate Tom's 18th birthday without looking at Google, who finished 18th in the Premier League in the last 3 seasons? Is that just one team have finished?
Yeah, I think he's mean who's finished 18th over the last 3 seasons.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, God. Bournemouth?
Yeah, that was not last season, the season before.
What was it? Fulham?
Yeah, Fulham, yeah. and that was last season. I'm trying to think of who went down the season before the Bournemouth one.
West Brom.
West Brom, Cardiff went down, didn't they?
Cardiff. But I don't know whether. Yeah, Cardiff went down. It might be.
Did they go down bottom though? I don't know.
I don't know.
Should we just
They're
go?
the teams I'm going off there. Bournemouth, Fulham, Cardiff went down. West Brom.
Norwich will have gone down with an all
Norwich
that as well, won't they?
Yeah, Norwich.
Clue Wales. So my dad's saying
Cardiff.
that. So Cardiff's obviously one of them. Then.
Cardiff.
So what we're going for then? Cardiff.
No, it's not Swansea.
No.
So what we're going to go. Cardiff. Hi, Charlie. How are you, mate? You well? He says.
Evening.
Yeah, Cardiff then. Okay, we'll go Cardiff because that's Wales.
Cardiff.
I think Bournemouth.
And I think Fulham went down last season, 18th.
Did they?
I think so.
Yeah, because it was. Well, Fulham came to mind, but I don't know whether that's 18th or.
Because it went down bottom last season. West Brom went down bottom last season.
Oh,
Bournemouth, Fulham.
Fulham says Bournemouth, Fulham, Cardiff. There you go.
Well, we said that before, so that must be. That's what I think as well.
There we go. That's what me. There you go, City Chippy. We're going. We agree. Bournemouth, Fulham, Cardiff.
Yeah.
I must admit, Cardiff. I wouldn't have got Cardiff. It was only the Wales thing.
Well,
Bournemouth and Fulham, I probably would have got Huddersfield.
Yeah, that's another good. They went down bottom then. They went down bottom,
Yeah, they did.
And then Sheffield United went down bottom last season.
They did. David Sutton said if Newcastle follow the City blueprint, which they should, they have to go for the likes of a Gerrard or Lampard and players like Zaha, Martial, like we did with Jovetic and Barry. Yeah, they'll have to. They're not going to entice any massive big players. They'll just, what they need to do is, I think even Amanda Staveley has said the same thing. She said, we need to consolidate. We know it's a 10-year project, like City said at the beginning.
Yeah.
And the next few years will be about, making sure the team are stabilised in the Premier League, and we go from like 12th to 8th to 6th to chipping away at the top 4. Even with investment, they're not going to suddenly turn everything around because you're not going to attract those type of players.
No.
Anyway, City Chippy.
Come on. Get your answers in.
What you're doing? We've got Huddersfield. This is what we've come up with.
That's what we've gone for. Here we go.
Boom. Oh, hey up.
We've done it. Hey, we got it right.
Oh, Bournemouth, Cardiff and Swansea.
Oh, Swansea. All right.
Okay. Missed out on that one.
I thought we'd got it right. Oh, we got 2 right anyway.
No, that's not too bad.
We'll take that. We got it. We'll take that.
Yeah, Charlie got Swansea there.
Yeah, he did. Fair play.
Yeah.
There you go then.
I got Swansea. What year were they? What was that? What was that, 2018 or something?
Will it be more of it? Yeah. Yeah. Stoke will have gone down. It's not Rick. What was that, the season? Yeah.
Let me just have a look. Cardiff was 2018-19. Premier League table for 2020 was Bournemouth. Yeah, we were right with that one. Also, we have to go back a bit further then, don't we? 17-18.
Swansea, yeah.
Is it?
Mm.
It is Swansea, yeah.
Stoke
I didn't think of that because I was thinking 2021.
Yeah.
Which, actually, no, that's wrong. Because we've already had a Premier League table this year. Haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
20. Oh, wait, hold on. 20. Premier League table 2020. Oh no, that's Bournemouth. 1920. What about 2021? Hold on, 2021. I'm missing something here. Might just been a bit of a spazzo. 1920 was Bournemouth.
Yeah. Then we got the other one right.
So 1920. Yeah, but what about 2021?
Well, we won that, didn't we? Well, we won that 2021.
Yeah, but we're now in 21-22.
Here we are.
And it says 18th was Fulham. There you go.
There you go. We did it.
We did it. We were right. We were right. There you go. Fulham this year.
Dodgy officials.
Dodgy, that City chippy. Dodgy. What's this? David Sutton says, could you answer my question about takeover at Newcastle and whether City could be on dodgy ground being in the group of complainers? No. I don't think there'll be any problem with that, mate. David Sutton personally, because Newcastle were one of the teams that complained about Man City. So why would we have any problems whatsoever with that? You know, we had 14, 16 teams that complained about City. What he does banned under FFP and under UEFA regulations. Newcastle were one of them. So why would I be potentially bothered about the fact that, you know, there'd be no dodgy ground anyway, because it's a group. It's a group of people complaining. Do I like it? Do I like it? Probably not. No, I think just keep your powder dry. City are doing everything right. Don't get involved with it, but they have to because, you know, maybe I honestly, you know, as much as I said about the fact that I think it's good for the Premier League, I don't think we've heard the last of this takeover thing. I think there's more to it, and I hope it goes well for the Newcastle fans. I really do, and or any club that gets massive investment like we did. I wish them all the very best in the world, but you know, I think there's still more to this. I really do.
100%.
I must admit, I'm absolutely shocked. I am shocked that the Premier League have allowed the deal.
Yeah, with the amount that they are, like the net worth of the people who are buying it in the
on the back of the Khashoggi incident, journalist incident, and everything else. And if nobody has seen that, go on Netflix. Go on Netflix and watch the Khashoggi documentary. I mean, it's frightening. It's harrowing. And I know it goes on in every country, but you know, this was allegedly, you know, direction was given from the top. But they've obviously brought in the Reuben brothers. They brought in Amanda Staveley, and they're still going to be the controlling power over it. But good luck to the Newcastle fans, because you're football fans at the end of the day. You're not politicians. And I wish you all the very best. And that would be for any, if you were a Swansea, a Cardiff, a Bournemouth, and somebody I'd wish you all the very best, because it's been amazing for City.
It has been great for us, hasn't it? So, you know, for it to happen to someone else and how it's been for us, and all the best. 100% back that. 100%. Here we go. So, people are saying hi, Andy and Tom, but I'm going to wrap it up there. If that's all we've got. If that's all right with you, Andy.
It is, mate. Yeah. We need to chat and sort out our golf day.
We do indeed,
because I'll be around this week, and then towards the end of next week, I'm going to be away in the Maldives. So I'll be. I don't know whether it's a week or 2 weeks. I'm not sure. So if we can get it in before then, it'd be great. If not, it'll be in November.
And
we'll get our week. We'll do a bit of filming.
We will.
Q&A. We'll try and raise some money for charity, and we'll definitely do something. And if you don't know, Tom and his dad are going to come over and stay at mine, and we're going to have a couple of rounds, a couple of 18 holes over a Sunday, Monday. We'll do some filming and we'll do some bits and pieces, and we're going to try and raise a little bit of money for charity. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. Might even do some live vlogs, maybe over lunch, something. We'll do some live vlogs and get you all involved. But anyway, back to you, mate.
Yeah, so that's going to happen at some point soon, fingers crossed. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Slightly longer one today, which is good. You know, it's good to get a good proper one.
Thanks, Tim.
I hope Stones has broken his wrist, according to Charlie. But yeah.
He can still play.
Yeah, he'll be fine. But yeah, so that is the last vlog before. Oh, here we go. What's he said now? Something else. He's just coming in with all these questions.
I know. What is he coming up with now?
The final question: which up-and-coming City player is 18 in February, playing in the first team squad?
Playing in the first team?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good question. No idea.
In February, you've got to think McAtee.
Surely. Well, he's younger than me then.
Well, he probably is.
Yeah, McAtee. I'd say the same as well.
I don't know.
But yeah, so
no, he's already. I've just had a look. He's already 18.
Is he?
I don't know. Cakey, Cakey, maybe.
Yeah,
Labia.
Yeah, that's who it'll be.
Labia, Cakey. Could be one of those. Breaking news: Stones is up.
That's good.
Thanks, Sean. But anyway, we will be back on Friday. Ross is doing a Friday night social. I'm going to be joining him at some point, pretty much similar to tonight. So, Delap. All right, Delap's only going to be 18.
Wow.
I thought he was 18 already. God, what a talent. But Ross will be doing a Friday night social. I'll be joining him pretty much like tonight, jumping on. And we're going to talk everything about Burnley. We're going to talk everything about City over the international break. It's been garbage. I'm sorry there's not been loads of videos, but it's international break. There's nothing to talk about. And if you read half of the garbage that's in the papers, it's just like, I don't want to sit there talking about nonsense. Some of the rumours have been ridiculous about Sterling going to Newcastle and Sterling this and so. It's like, oh, forget it. Pointless. Plus, I've been busy and Tom's been busy. And don't forget, Tom is going to be the big 1-8 on Thursday. So whatever you do, we will put out something on Twitter. If you're not a Twitter follower, go over and follow Tom. You can see in the description below. Follow me, Tom, Ross, whoever, on Twitter. We'll put something out for Tom. It's his 18th birthday, which is absolutely amazing. I had a stripper for my 18th, believe it or not.
Did you know?
Booked by my mother.
All right. There you go.
Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yes, a policewoman. A policewoman. Yes, I was chained to a chair in my living room in Wigginshire with a police stripper. It was phenomenal. I've got the pictures. I have got the pictures. Maybe I'll put them up sometime. But listen, City Chippy will get you a police stripper, I'm sure.
Oh, God. I don't know what Faye will have to say about that one.
I'm sure Faye won't be happy. But, hey, listen, you're only 18 months.
Yeah.
But anyway, everybody, make sure you give Tom a big, big thumbs up, a big happy birthday for Thursday. 18 is a big one as a teenager. It's you're traveling to a man, nearly
there.
There you go. There you go. Mark says, "Happy 18, Tom. Is the girlfriend giving you a Meccano or Lego for your birthday?"
Lego.
Don't get your hopes up, Tom. There you go. Your dad says, "Happy birthday, Tom. Sorry I'm late," says Blue.
Yeah, you have to start again. Ali,
good luck for your 20th. There you go. City Chippy got it wrong again. There you go.
No.
Me and Tom were the ones that we thought
We know what we're
thought he
talking
was
about.
definitely. The lap is 18 already. Abdallah says happy 18th for Thursday, Tom. There you go, mate. But anyway, listen,
Perfect.
I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah. So thank you very much, guys, all for watching. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I'm sure I'll get some nice ones again on Thursday. And also, yeah, give this a thumbs up, guys. It'll be nice to see the likes and any comments. Put them in the comments, and I'm sure I'll reply if we've got any good ones to reply to. But before then, the next show will not be obviously this Thursday. It'll be the Thursday after, and then we'll obviously get talking about City much more with the international break obviously ending. So, but before then, guys, look after yourselves. Take care. And as always, up the City. Take care, guys.